You got to respect people you disagree with.
No, you don't.
And you can't just dismiss people.
Yes, you can. So the governors of California and Minnesota are talking here about the manosphere, and specifically manfluencers, the tastemakers and political players who make videos on platforms like this one. And we should not respect them. Even a bare minimum level of respect brings them legitimacy and credibility that they do not deserve.
These are bad guys, though. These are bad guys.
And not only are they bad, but they are dangerous.
And they're actually influencing young kids every single day.
How do we push some of those guys back under a rock?
So pushing them back under a rock is really a combination of things. Fact-checking, because they have few or no facts to rely on. Shaming, because shaming might not be a super effective means of getting somebody to adopt a new behavior, but it can be an effective means of getting them to stop one. And simply making the behavior, the manfluencer who is perpetuating it, who is promoting it, uncool. Consider, for instance, how Kendrick Lamar's songs about Drake have suddenly made adult men much less comfortable talking about the attractiveness of underage girls.
I think we have to first understand what their motivations are. I think we have to understand what they're actually doing. And
You don't
I think
think
that's
it's racism and misogyny?
Yes.
I think there's a lot of that, but I don't think it's exclusively that.
I suppose that it's also homophobia, also classism, because it's all tied up together. But this also isn't a new field of study. People have been studying the manosphere, have been studying disaffected, straight white men, aggrieved entitlement for decades now. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And what we know is that the men who identify themselves as part of the manosphere, who participate in it, who consume its content, are motivated mostly by three things. The perception that feminism has won and is now actively oppressing men. Romantic rejection by women. And because of those two things, a desire for revenge against them. And we can add here a fourth motivation for the manfluencers that they all follow, which is a desire to sell them an idealized vision of masculinity. Sell being the operative word. Because what motivates manfluencers as much or more than anything else is a desire to make money, to identify the pain points in young men and apply pressure to them. So where I will at least partly agree with Newsom is that there is value in understanding those pain points, how they have been created or at least exacerbated by misinformation and propaganda about feminism and women. But we should reserve absolutely no sympathy for manfluencers and waste no more of our breath trying to understand them, much less respect them.